It's all about what you are told. What you are told at a young age that is going to determine the type of person that you're going to become in the future. And also for how long that you have been told the things that you have been told. Meaning, the younger you are and the sooner the person telling you something is no longer in your life, you might forget it. But it's amazing. For example, the knowledge or the understanding I have about death is from my father. I never forget. I remember, I mean, again, now I'm a psychology student. They say that memory uh, can't be trusted. You remember the feeling, not the exact thing that happened. But to me, I remember that day how the whole day my mom was waiting for my dad. She found out that one of his good friend, not really, my dad was too bougie. He was just going to church for her anyway, but he was nice. But he kind of actually liked this guy that used to play a guitar for the choirs group or whatever. That guy died. She found out that morning, so the whole day she was waiting for him, and she was disturbed. She disturbed us. She just made the whole energy or the whole day was just horrible for us. We were just like, because I kind of like that guy too. So finally, here comes my dad. As soon as he sits down, he can feel the energy. He was like, what is it? So, right, and then he's like, I always say hi to him, and I'm always with him. So I'm standing there in the bedroom. I remember she walks in. She's like, you're not gonna believe what? She was like, started crying, told him da 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 da. He listened, he let her finish, and then he looked at her, he's like, well, we're all gonna die, or something. He responded something like that, as if he's wise enough, he understands. And just because he went to church with him and he was friendly to him doesn't mean he cares deeply as she did for everybody in her life, right? She was desperate for love. She was always looking for validation. That's why she's surrounded with people that just give her love, that make sure. Anyways, that's not the fucking point. But she just stormed out of the room. I remember she was pissed. That's all you have to say? And he was like, well, Kitty, what do you want me to say, right? And then she just left. And I remember standing there like confused. It's like, who's right, who's wrong, right? And then he said to me, we're all gonna die. It's part of life. And I was very young, right? My dad left to America. When I came to America, I was 13 going on 14. So that's like after a couple of years after my dad came to America, which is, I was younger than 13 when my dad left. But when that happened, I was probably like, I don't know, 8, 9 years old. But I remember, right? That's the first lesson, the first knowledge I have with death or anything about death. So I accepted it. And whenever after that people die, it doesn't really bother me. So when I was an adult, I just turned it into this, after listening to Maya Angelou, she started out a speech saying, here's the thing, that people are afraid to die. I'm like, wait a minute, like, I am not afraid of dying. That's bullshit. But then again, I just remembered, no, that's because I was told. So, like, if I was told I can fly as a kid, I'm going to try to fly. I'm going to believe it. Not only going to believe it, I'm going to know it. Right? So, what have we learned about life from others? It's like, as an adult, as life goes on, we have to depend on our own intuition, our own interests, and our own beliefs. Meaning, what do we think is right, what do we think is wrong? Not because it's said so, but that's how life and the culture that we live in is built on. Rules, regulations. Yes, rules are needed, because man is almost like an animal when he's just bored out of his mind. So you gotta keep him, on his toe. If not, the disciplined one cannot focus enough to work, because the misery loves company, and they're going to disturb the one that's trying to make something of his life. So that's why the wise man created rules, or the wise man being, of course, all the wisest thing that has ever been created by a man, to me, is a gift, an inspiration from God, from our Creator, right? He is building the word through us, for us. God, all I want to be is just be around nature. So yeah, what are the lessons, the lies, the truths, the superstitions, the story, the culture we grew up in, and how much of it is benefiting us? Because not all things are wrong, right? Some things, most things that are actually come from a good place, just not beneficial only because it lacks knowledge. So depending on what country you come from and where you're at in your life right now, study the world, which world is leading, where's more information, what country is leading currently, like where truth, thanks to the internet, wherever you're at, you can find any information you want in life. So yeah, let's create a better world now that we have come this far in our generation, and be careful what you tell your kids. Just be careful.